Preparing the
Inner Circle.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Inner Circle Night Edition. I guess, I don't know, it has weird mood lighting.
I know that lighting was really good.
But this weekend, me and Emma saw Thor Ragnarok. Marvel's newest movie in their giant franchise, almost 20. I think it's almost 20 movies at this point.
It's just so many, I can't even remember half of them now.
So many movies.
Can't keep up.
All I know is that every time it feels like another hunkier man out-hunks the other. Am I right? All right, girls? Now we're done with the subjective opinion. Let's go into other factors about the movie. This had a very Guardians of the Galaxy-esque mood.
It wasn't as serious as like the other movies were, though. Because I know the Thor movies before were really serious, and they actually made it a little funnier this time, like a lot more jokeful and stuff.
There was a joke interview, I believe, where the director's like, someone was like, what do you think about the other Thor movies? He's like, I mean, I'm sure they're probably fine. I've never actually watched them. And so it's like, this guy just did not want to watch the other Thor movies. I don't remember. I feel like the problem was they wanted to tie Thor down to Earth.
Probably.
And that was the plot of the first two movies. He was kind of drawn down to Earth. Because, one, he had a love interest on Earth. But now we have this badass Valkyrie chick.
They brought in this chick and then they briefly, addressed the relationship in the new movie right now. They just, very briefly for 1 second and then that was it. That was all we're ever going to see of her again. And then they brought in a new chick and I was like, that's my girlfriend. I would want her to be my girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, dang. Let's go into characters now. Because we talked about...
There's a rock guy, and I love him.
There's a rock guy? Okay, we're going into, second gear characters, I guess, first. Okay, rock guy is, a revolutionary.
Yeah.
Who's trying to take over the capital. But he talks like this, you know?
Yeah, he's starting a revolution, but he talks so casually. He's like, yeah, I'm going to start a revolution. Do you want to come?
Thor is just... I feel like they completely kind of revamped his character. I'd say they wrote him more in the style of how he's written in the Avengers movies. More of a comedic relief.
Yeah.
Less so serious angst. I remember The Dark World. I've only seen it once in the theaters, but I was like, he's just super angsty for some reason. And his relationship with Loki, they took it very seriously.
I know. They were really showing off a more playful side with Loki and Thor in this movie. And there's definitely a lot more funnier scenes and a lot more joking around. They did show a lighter side to their relationship, Loki and Thor, for sure. And then they got into some little heart pulling on the feel strings towards the end of the movie with their relationship. At least I thought so.
Yeah, I mean, I did not feel anything watching this movie. But that isn't to say it's a bad movie. To me, it's you
it's
go with your friends and you know, there wasn't spoilers if you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, but what are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
But essentially, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 ends with the father, saying hey, I killed your mom, essentially. And
that's such a casual way.
I destroy, I kind of destroy, or I want to make everything me.
Wow, you just made it seem so casual, that's how he talks about it.
No, but it was
I just want to make it me.
It was super depressing. Because, it was the mom died and, he was trying to make babies with all these other women and he couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
That was dark.
So messed
up. But then this movie just takes the piss out of everything. There's literally nothing you could take seriously about this movie.
No, you really couldn't. And, in the Thor movies I watched before, I would sit there, I'd be, so suspenseful for the whole entire movie. And this one, I was actually, laughing a lot more than actually being oh, crap, somebody's about to go down. Instead, it was, they kept, busting jokes in the middle of the most suspenseful scenes. Mm-hmm. When they were going to, bring down... Would it be a spoiler to bring up the Hulk?
Okay, here's the thing I was going to critique about that. About the Hulk. The very first trailer, I believe, that came out, or if it wasn't the first, it was the second, they spoiled the Hulk thing.
Yeah, and they sat there...
I saw your face, and you were like, I didn't know. I didn't know this was going to happen.
But, the playful part, though, was, even in the middle of the most suspenseful scene, they had one where, the Hulk comes in and just completely... bombs whatever he's about to do, and I just lost it. It got me straight in my giggle gut, and I just started laughing extremely hard.
Just only one complaint, because two complaints. No, okay, one complaint, and one. Okay,
three.
One complaint,
maybe three.
One complaint and one. Just a little nitpick. The first complaint is I'm so tired of trailers. I can't stay away from them because I feel like I'm missing out. But I'm so tired of these trailers spoiling every single aspect of the movie.
Really? They give me something to look forward to.
Okay.
Like I sit there, I'm like, ooh, more incentive to go look at it.
It's cool because they got people in seats when they're like, ooh, Thor, Hulk's going to be in this movie. And they show
everyone talks in theater, oh, there's Thor, Thor's coming, oh my god.
No, they were like Hulk's going to be in this Thor movie? Now I care. But like, you know, now it's part of the bigger MCU or Marvel Cinematic Universe. But
I won't lie. I feel like it was kind of random though that they included the Hulk.
I thought he had like a good enough plot arc because he really did need to get away from the Avengers.
Yeah, he did, but I just also wouldn't necessarily pair up the Hulk and Thor together too.
Screw the other Thor movies.
Yeah.
This is its own thing now. It's 80s all over the place for some reason.
I loved it too.
It was pretty good.
I freaking loved the 80s, man. That was my crap right there.
I will say if you watch the first 2 Thor movies and probably went into this one, this was like a whiplash. It
kind of
like,
was.
what?
The way that he was just trying to act, I was just not ready for it. Oh, and then that one character that took over the world where all the garbage went to, that's definitely where you saw a lot of the 80s stuff with the colors and like the outfits people wore. And I loved that character. He was so freaking funny.
Oh, the Rock dude?
Not the Rock dude. It was the guy that led the planet.
Oh, the Jeff Goldblum's character.
Yeah, and he sat there, and whenever he was mad, he never sounded mad, but he would sit there and be like...
The Grandmaster.
Yeah, he was like, they have escaped. Please do not let them escape. And I was like, it's so monotone, but yet he was like killing people and melting them the whole time,
no,
too.
Please, Karen, don't call them slaves.
Yeah, he's like, I don't like that, but yet he just killed someone 2 seconds before he said that line, too. But he never raised his tone. He was just like, please... I'm not happy right now.
It makes him, I think, he's not the main villain, but he is kind of one of the villains.
He was like a good villain, and it was weird.
Yeah, Marvel normally had really crappy, and speaking of that, Thor's sister, I mean, she was badass, but she wasn't by any means a good villain.
You know what I kind of questioned, though, was because the sister in the movie looked a lot more like Loki, but Loki's the adopted brother, not the biological brother.
Yeah.
And I was just like, who is Helena's mom? And what was going on with that?
Well, I mean...
Thor is the only one who doesn't look like anyone.
I mean, you can't be serious thinking that, like, that his daddy didn't get was more than one woman.
You're like Guardians of the Galaxy all over again.
No, but he was, like, not the best dude. No. You have to realize he's not the best dude.
They did show that. They, like, got into a little bit about... the King's past and the dark past of what he did.
I don't want to be a dark person, but like
dark.
You know, but there was some moments where I'm like, there's half of me that's like, oh really? Did you have to make a joke there? I mean, I wanted to relish in that dark moment, but then you made a joke and I'm still laughing about it, so I'm like, okay, you're fine. Yeah, but at the same time, in retrospect, I'm like, I wish they would have reveled a little bit over his dad's death. Just a little bit.
Yeah, they really kind of only addressed that for about a quick 3 seconds before then Helena came, and that's when the plot started. But then it was all those suspenseful scenes. They always had like a joke included. Like there's one part where an attack scene was about to happen, and the Hulk, who was in human form at the time, decides he's going to get involved. And he like does this big dramatic leap in the air, and he's going to like fall down and like do a superhero landing. And oh no, he's the Hulk now. Oh my gosh. And then he just ends up like he didn't form in time. So it was just like his human self just like flopped on the ground and like went limp.
Body.
No, he literally just landed on the ground and went limp.
Part of me thought that Bruce Banner was actually dead.
I did, because I sat there. He was like, "Watch this," and leaps from the air, and I was like, "He's gonna land as the Hulk!" Oh my god! And he went limp on the ground.
No,
and I was
but
like,
the thing is, like, the dark part of me is thinking, like, what if the Hulk is alive, but Bruce is dead? Like, what if Bruce is dead?
That would just really suck.
Like, that would be cool if they did that, but then again, like, Bruce... Okay.
It'd be cool if he died.
No, I think it would be kind of cool, because Hulk is like, we need to have Bruce back. Bruce is dead. I'm like, that'd be insane, but it'd be too dark. It'd be too dark. Yeah. Marvel wouldn't do it, but I'd be like, oh.
I do love that.
Oh, dang.
I did love the scene where Thor and Hulk finally met back up, though, because then Thor was about to battle Hulk.
Yeah.
He was like, yes, it's my friend! And then it wasn't. It was not his friend at all. It was the Hulk coming to kill him.
2 more things I want to bring up, and then we got to bring it to a close. One, I love how they didn't make Hulk just a big hulking monster anymore. He was just he was his own separate personality.
Yeah, he did. He definitely had a bigger
English.
presence.
He speaks English.
The Hulk definitely had a bigger presence in the movie, I would say. Definitely a lot more like plot forming around him and stuff like that.
And not Bruce Banner either. We have to differentiate them now.
Yeah, not Bruce, but Hulk. So Hulk actually really had a good chunk of character in the movie that it was actually nice to see.
I think it was the first time we heard Hulk talk. So it's like very like, okay, I see they took some liberties on what they had previously done with the Hulk.
Hulk doesn't have his own movie in the Marvel series yet, right?
He has the Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton. And they just changed the actor. But it's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay.
I mean, the movie...
Because I don't feel like he's really gotten that much attention like everyone else has, like Iron Man and Captain America and Thor.
Yeah, the movie wasn't that great. One last thing. I really... This is the bad character moment if they don't address it. I get it that, like, Thor... Like, Loki was trying to trick Thor near the end of the movie.
Which,
and
he always does.
Yeah, and, like, Thor was like, listen... I just understand that that's who you are, and I'll always be the god of thunder, and you'll always be the god of like was it mischief or something?
Yeah, some crap.
And some corny line. And then Loki's like, I feel bad, even though he's done horrible things. Okay, whatever. I love how movies like try to make the villains
to make it seem like everyone can relate to it, like a typical sibling fight. I know I don't like you, you don't like me, but we're siblings.
Okay, but then Loki comes back randomly with the revolutionaries and helps save the day.
Yeah.
And if they don't make it to where Loki did this for a specific reason, heck, in the second movie, Loki pretends to kill himself for the good of mankind just to push Odin on Earth and become Odin.
I know, they always have like this little scene where they make it seem like Loki's good and then always something turns around and it's actually like somehow he's.
But this one they didn't have it at the end. And so I'm like, if Loki's just good now, I'm like, really? That one conversation that's been said in multiple movies where Thor's like, I just wanted to be like you, brother. And then like Loki's like, so I don't give a crap about you, Thor.
Was that his voice? So I don't give a crap, Thor. No,
Thor, Daddy wants you to do the dishes. Thoughts on you if you know what that reference is to.
So cringy the way you said that. No. But there's no way they can make Loki just a purely good person now because otherwise that would eliminate a lot of plots.
And also that was like a really lame character moment because Thor's line was powerful, but I've heard it in multiple movies.
Yeah, no, there's just a lot of parts in the movie where they only address stuff for like
2 seconds.
Like less than 2 seconds, and that was it.
And this movie is a long movie. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, they had plenty of time to address more stuff, but like literally everything was just like quick. Like Loki was a good guy quick. They addressed Thor's relationship with the chick on Earth quick and all that kind of stuff. Everything was just so quick, not really developed too much.
It was more of a gag comedy movie than an actual action drama.
I mean, I did laugh, so I thought it was pretty good.
Job well done. Mm-hmm. Well, we look forward to the next Marvel movie, which is, I believe, Black Panther.
Oh, that looks so good.
The music sounds so amazing. Okay, but we've been talking long enough. Next week, we're not sure what we're going to watch yet, but see us next week. Well, I mean, The Circle will probably put out a tweet up.
I won't be here.
Yeah, in the comments, let us know how much you hate Emma.
Give a like every time you felt personally victimized by Emma.
Bye.